Now a famine occurred upon the land, besides the former famine that had occurred in the time of Abraham. Then Isaac went to Gerar, to Abimelech, king of the Philistines. And the Lord appeared to him and said, Do not go down to Egypt, but settle in the land about which I speak to you, and reside in this land as an alien, and I will be with you and will bless you. For to you and to your offspring I will give all this land, and I will establish my oath that I swore to your father Abraham. And I will make your offspring as numerous as the stars of heaven, and will give to your offspring all this land, and all the nations of the earth shall be blessed in your offspring, since your father Abraham obeyed my voice, and kept my ordinances, and my commandments, and my statutes, and my precepts. And Isaac settled in Gerar. Then the men of the place asked about his wife Rebekah, and he said, She is my sister. For he was afraid to say, She is my wife, lest perhaps the men of the place kill him for the sake of Rebekah, because she was attractive in appearance. And he stayed on there quite some time. Now Abimelech the king of Gerar, when he peered through the window, saw Isaac playing around with his wife Rebekah. Then Abimelech summoned Isaac and said to him, So then she is your wife. Why is it that you said, She is my sister? And Isaac said to him, Because I said, Lest perhaps I die because of her. And Abimelech said to him, What is this you have done to us? Very nearly did someone of my kin lie with your wife, and you had brought ignorance upon us. Then Abimelech instructed all his people, saying, Anyone who touches this man or his wife shall be liable to the death penalty. And Isaac sowed seed in that land, and in that year found barley bearing 100-fold, and the Lord blessed him. And the man was exalted, and he kept getting greater until he became very great. And he had flocks of sheep, and herds of cattle, and many tilled fields. And the Philistines envied him, and all the wells that his father's servants had dug in the time of his father, the Philistines stopped them up and filled them with earth. And Abimelech said to Isaac, Go away from us, for you have become much more powerful than we. And Isaac departed from there, and lodged in the ravine of Gerar, and settled there. And again Isaac dug the wells of water that the servants of his father Abraham had dug. And the Philistines had stopped them up after his father Abraham had died. And he gave them names in accordance with the names that his father had named. And Isaac's servants dug in the ravine of Gerar, and found there a well of living water. And the herders of Gerar quarreled with Isaac's herders, asserting that the water was theirs. And he called the name of the well Injustice, for they did him injustice. Then setting out from there he dug another well, but they were disputing over that one also, and he named its name Enmity. Then setting out from there he dug another well, and they did not quarrel over it, and he named its name Open Space, saying, Inasmuch as now the Lord has made room for us, and increased us on the land. And from there he went up to the well of the oath, and on that night the Lord appeared to him and said, I am the God of your father Abraham. Do not be afraid, for I am with you, and have blessed you, and will make your offspring numerous, for your father Abraham's sake. And he built an altar there, and invoked the name of the Lord, and pitched his tent there. And there Isaac's servants dug a well. And Abimelech went to him from Gerar, with Ogzath his groomsman, and Phicol the commander-in-chief of his army. And Isaac said to them, Why did you come to me? You are the ones who hated me, and sent me away from you. And they said, Seeing we have seen that the Lord was with you, and we said, Let there come to be an oath between you and between us, and we will make a covenant with you, that you will not do us harm, just as we did not loathe you, and as we treated you well and sent you away in peace. And now you are blessed by the Lord. And he made them a banquet, and they ate and drank. And when they had risen in the morning, they swore an oath, one person to the next. And Isaac sent them off, and they departed from him in safety. And it came about on the day that then Isaac's servants, when they arrived, told him about the well that they had dug, and said, We did not find water. And he called it Oath, therefore he called the city's name Well of Oath, to the present day. Now Esau was 40 years of age, and he took as a wife Judine, the daughter of Beer, the Chetite, and Basemath, the daughter of Elon, the Huite, and they were contending with Isaac and with Rebekah. Now it came about, after Isaac had grown old, and his eyes had become too dim to see. And then he called his elder son Esau and said to him, My son. And he said, Here I am. And he said, See, I have grown old, and I do not know the day of my death. Now therefore take your equipment, both quiver and bow, and go out into the plain and hunt game for me, and prepare for me victuals, such as I like, and bring them to me in order that I may eat, so that my soul may bless you before I die. Now Rebekah heard Isaac speaking to his son Esau, and Esau went into the plain to hunt game for his father. Then Rebekah said to her lesser son Jacob, Look, I heard your father speaking to your brother Esau, saying, Bring me game, and prepare for me victuals, in order that when I have eaten, I may bless you in the presence of the Lord before I die. Now then, son, listen to me as I command you, and go to the flocks. Get me 2 kids from there, tender and good, and I shall prepare them as victuals for your father, such as he likes. And you shall bring them into your father, and he will eat, so that your father may bless you before he dies. But Jacob said to his mother Rebekah, My brother Esau is a hairy man, while I am a smooth man. Perhaps my father will feel me, and I shall be before him like a scorner, and bring a curse on myself and not a blessing. But his mother said to him, Your curse be on me, child. Only obey my voice, and go. Bring them to me. And he went, got them, and brought them to his mother. And his mother prepared victuals, just as his father used to love them. And Rebekah, when she had taken the fine garment of her elder son Esau, which was with her in the house, then she put it on her younger son Jacob. And she placed the skins of the kids on his arms, and on the bare parts of his neck. And she gave the victuals and the bread loaves that she had prepared into the hands of her son Jacob. And he brought them in to his father, and he said, Father. And he said, Here I am. Who are you, child? And Jacob said to his father, I am Esau, your firstborn. I have done according to what you talked about to me. Rise, sit and eat of my game, so that your soul may bless me. But Isaac said to his son, What is this that you have quickly found, O child? And he said, That which the Lord your God delivered up before me. Then Isaac said to Jacob, Come near to me, and I shall feel you, child, whether you are my son Esau or not. And Jacob drew near to his father Isaac, and he felt him and said, The voice is Jacob's voice, yet the hands are the hands of Esau. And he did not recognize him, for his hands were hairy like his brother Esau's hands. And he blessed him. And he said, Are you my son Esau? And he said, I am. And he said, Bring it to me, and I shall eat of your game, child, in order that my soul may bless you. And he presented it to him, and he ate. And he brought wine in to him, and he drank. And his father Isaac said to him, Come near to me, and kiss me, child. And coming near he kissed him. And he smelled the scent of his clothes, and blessed him, and said, See, my son's scent is like the scent of a full field that the Lord has blessed. And may God give you of the dew of heaven, and of the fatness of the earth, and an abundance of grain and wine. And let nations be subject to you, and rulers shall do obeisance to you, and become lord over your brother, and your father's sons shall do obeisance to you. Accursed is the one who curses you, but blessed is the one who blesses you. And it came about, after Isaac had left off blessing his son Jacob, and it came about when Jacob had gone out from the presence of his father Isaac, that then his brother Esau came from the hunt. And he too prepared victuals, and presented them to his father, and said to his father, Let my father rise and eat of his son's game, so that your soul may bless me. And his father Isaac said to him, Who are you? And he said, I am your firstborn son Esau. Then Isaac was astonished with very great astonishment, and said, So who was the one who hunted game for me and brought it in to me? And I ate of everything before you came, and I blessed him, and let him be blessed. Now it came about when Esau heard his father Isaac's words, that then he uttered a very great and bitter cry, and said, Do bless me also, father. But he said to him, Your brother, coming with deceit, took away your blessing. And he said, His name was rightly called Jacob, for he has supplanted me now this second time. He has both taken away my rights of primogeniture, and now he has taken away my blessing. Then Esau said to his father, Did you not leave a blessing for me, father? And in reply Isaac said to Esau, If I made him your lord, and I made all his brothers his domestics, with grain and wine I sustained him. Then what shall I do for you, child? And Esau said to his father, Surely you do not have only one blessing, father. Do bless me also, father. And with Isaac cut to the quick, Esau uttered a cry and wept. Then in reply his father Isaac said to him, See, away from the fatness of the earth shall your dwelling be, and away from the dew of heaven on high. And by your dagger you shall live, and you shall be subject to your brother. But it shall be that when perchance you bring him down, then you shall loose his yoke from your neck. And Esau was indignant at Jacob, because of the blessing with which his father had blessed him. Then Esau said in his mind, Let the days of mourning for my father come near in order, that I may kill my brother Jacob. But the words of her elder son Esau were told to Rebekah, and she sent and called her younger son Jacob and said to him, See, your brother Esau is threatening to kill you. Now then, child, listen to my voice, and rise, escape to Mesopotamia, to my brother Laban in Charan, and dwell with him some days, until your brother's wrath and anger turn away from you, and he forgets what you have done to him. And I will send for and summon you from there, lest perhaps I am bereaved of you 2 children in one day. Then Rebekah said to Isaac, I have become irritated with my life because of the daughters of the sons of Chet. If Jacob will take a wife from the daughters of this land, why shall I live? Then Isaac, having called for Jacob, blessed him and commanded him, saying, You shall not take a wife from the daughters of Canaan. Rise, escape to Mesopotamia, to the house of Bethuel, your mother's father, and take a wife for yourself from there, from the daughters of Laban, your mother's brother. And may God bless you, and make you increase and make you numerous, and you shall become gatherings of nations. And may he give to you the blessing of my father Abraham, to you and to your offspring after you, to possess the land of your living as an alien, which God gave to Abraham. And Isaac sent Jacob away, and he went to Mesopotamia, to Laban the son of Bethuel the Syrian, and brother of Rebekah, the mother of Jacob and Esau. Now Esau saw that Isaac blessed Jacob, and that he was on his way to Mesopotamia of Syria, to take a wife from there for himself, that as he was blessing him, he also commanded him, saying, You shall not take a wife from the daughters of Canaan. And that Jacob obeyed his father and mother, and went to Mesopotamia. And Esau saw that the daughters of Canaan were evil in the sight of his father Isaac. And Esau went to Ishmael, and took Mileth, daughter of Abraham's son Ishmael, sister of Nebaioth, as a wife in addition to his wives. And Jacob departed from the well of the oath, and went to Charan. And he came upon a place and lay down there, for the sun had set. And he took one of the stones of the place, and put it at his head, and lay down in that place. And he dreamed, and see, a ladder set firmly in the earth, whose top was reaching into heaven, and the angels of God were ascending and descending on it. And the Lord leaned on it and said, I am the Lord, the God of Abraham your father, and the God of Isaac. Do not be afraid. As for the land which you are sleeping on, I will give it to you and to your offspring. And your offspring shall be like the sand of the earth, and it shall widen out to the sea, and to the southwest, and to the north, and to the east. And all the tribes of the earth shall be blessed in you and in your offspring. And see, I am with you, carefully guarding you in every way where you might go. And I will bring you back to this land, for I will not leave you until I have done all the things that I talked about to you. And Jacob woke from his sleep and said, The Lord is in this place, yet I did not know it. And he was afraid and said, How awesome is this place! This is nothing other than a divine house, and this is the gate of heaven. And Jacob rose in the morning, and he took the stone that he had put down there at his head, and set it up for a stele, and poured oil on the top of it. And Jacob called the name of that place Divine House, and the city's name was formerly Ulam-Luz. And Jacob made a vow, saying, If the Lord God should be with me, and should carefully guard me in this way that I go, and should give me bread to eat, and clothing to put on, and should bring me back to my father's house in safety, then the Lord shall become God to me, and this stone, which I have set up for a stele, shall be a divine house to me, and of all things that you might give me, as a tithe I will tithe them to you.